Hello and welcome to the voluntary carbon update video. In this video, we'll be covering the EMA deposit management and withdrawal functionality. We'll also be covering within CBL placing offers from those deposits, as well as the new firm bid functionality and the identification of own and house offers. We're going to start off today with the EMA portion covering deposits and deposit management. So we start off here in EMA on the deposit screen. Here we can inspect the instrument, look at what SIP markets they're eligible for, the project IDs, project name. We're still able to filter by markets. And now we'll go into the new batch creation. So we just pick new EMA batch voluntary deposit, pick the program and the instrument, and that's going to bring us into this new screen. Which is going to show us all of the various tax lots that were part of your selection criteria. So here we have a bunch of ECUs from Vera. As you can see, we have the vintage reporting ranges printed, the registry assigned IDs and names, vintage, quantities, counterparties, and we can inspect and drill through into the project through that inspector magnifying glass. So what I'm going to do is just pick a couple of the tax lots that I'd like to deposit to CBL. So we've got the 27 1650s, the 2016 1569, and 2017 project number 1360. All right, just also you can go up and do a turbo search across any of the numbers, any of the words, just a lot easier way of finding what you're looking for. And here I'm just going to type in wildlife, wildlift, and so that shows me that same project ID. So just an easy way of getting through all those tax lots to select what you want. So, and then once I exit the search, it retains the checks that I've made. So I'm going to continue on here to the second level. We do have prioritization here. It will probably be seldom used, but you can have a situation where you can have multiple reporting ranges within one vintage in CBL, so you may want to prioritize those accordingly. Here we define the quantities that we'd like to deposit out of those tax lots. And then you can see we have sort of a default quantity selected on the right. That's just going to assign everything that's the priority that's defaulted there. Otherwise, you can do it individually. You can go back to the portfolio, but what we're going to do here is go to the voluntary carbon deposits. This is similar to the SIP screen. You'll see the three deposits we just selected. Same information that was present in the prior screen, but this is where you can come in and reprioritize and see what's settled. So you have the quantity of the tax lot, what's available, what's settled, and the priorities. So under the exchange status, now we can see that's changed to deposited. So those balances will now be available on CBL to sell. I'm just going to quickly show you that you can change priority using the multi-select. You can also withdraw. And so what I'm going to do here is just for illustrative purposes, I'm going to just round off these numbers from 436 to 400 and 624 to 600 by pulling 36 and 24. So you can remove those rows using the trash button or execute the withdrawal. Usually the withdrawal is pretty instantaneous. So we'll head back and you can see already we're left with the 600 and 400 post withdrawal, and that's what we should see on CBL. All right, now that our deposits are in CBL, we can move over to this side of the house. One of the things that's exciting about this enhancement is that we're really moving the order management over to the platform. So some of the long waiting times and the friction of having to cancel the order on EMA, log in over there, wait for it to clear, repost it just to change the order 10 cents, all that goes away. Now you can update your offers in real time on the CBL platform without any depositing, withdrawing, and canceling of orders. So it's a much more responsive experience. We hope you'll agree. So we'll start off here in the voluntary screen, which you should be familiar with. So we have all of our summary rows, which are by country and by project type, and then you can drill in to see the depth and what's available at the different project and vintages. So here we're looking at our deposits that we made on EMA. There's the 400, 600, and 274 that we pushed across earlier today. And one of the easiest ways, well, one of the things you probably will want to do if you look at your holdings often, is to go and add the fields that we are now depositing on within the platform. So project ID, project type, vintage, and country. So what I do is I select them, hit close, then they're at the bottom of the list, and you can easily just drag them up to the top. All right, now we got our screen organized in a little better way. We can see what's deposited, what's available. So I'm just going to click to sell one of these deposits. I'm going to offer this out on the market. All right, so this is Energy Industries in Turkey, project ID 1569. I'm offering 200 at the price of $3, which I have no idea how close to the market that is. There's my account, place sell order, confirm screen, and that order is placed. Now if we go to this screen, we can see our 200 at $3 there. Obviously someone is able to lift it, and you can see by the little icon there that it's signifying that's my own order. And I don't have multiple users on this account, but you'll see that there's a little house ID if it's one of my colleagues' orders. So now we're at least able to tell you what's your own order versus one of your colleagues within your account. Now if I flip to my test user 2, I'm just going to illustrate that I'm able to lift that offer that's out there. So just go into the same Turkey, Energy Industries. I've got the $3 best there. If I expand it, I see that there's a lift icon there. I know it's executable, so I'm going to go ahead and lift that offer and complete that trade, which I can see here, 121R, the VCS VCU, 1569. All right, the next thing we're going to do is put in a firm bid. All right, so I'm doing this out of the holding screen just so everything's pre-populated. The project ID, project type, country, bidding on a 2018, 150, we're going to do all or nothing. Here's the key piece here. This is where you decide. It defaults as indicative. We're going to do firm, and I am going to bid on that project at 225. We have the option of day, good till cancel, good till time, and the bid is in. I'm going to switch to our other user. So we'll go look on the screen. There it is. We see the H there, so it is hittable. Now, in order for a seller to hit that bid, they're going to have product deposited. So keep that in mind. Next thing I want to do is an indicative bid. So that is the default setting. I'm just going to pick another row here in the deposits. I'm going to look to buy 100 at 125. Put that in. Here's my confirm screen. Let's go back to user 2. And there's our bid of 100 at $1.25. You can see on that row that there's not an H present on that depth line, and that indicates that it's not hittable. That concludes our demo of the new voluntary workflow and order management in CBL. We hope this demonstration was helpful. Please continue to give us feedback on the overall experience, and happy trading.